Alright, so it's, what is it, Tuesday, January 23rd, I think? It's 23rd or 22nd, somewhere in there. I just decided before I go into work this morning, I'd like to do some snowshoeing, as we're supposed to get some super warm weather for tomorrow, and it's all gonna melt. So, that's what I'm doing this morning. It's actually my first time getting out and doing this at all, so it's kind of nice. Just gotta keep an eye on the time so I can get to work on time. So let's take you along. Alright, so we're about halfway in here. We're not in on the trail, but, you know, halfway as far as I'm going to go. As I do have to work this morning at 9 o'clock, and it's probably about 7:45 right now. No one has to worry about it. I'll be on time. I don't work that too far away from where I am. Yeah, like I said, this is my first time snowshoeing, and whew, it is a workout. But I like it. Quite a bit, actually. I mean, right now the snow's not that deep. It's maybe 6 inches, and it's pretty packed here. There's lots of people use this trail. But I just really wanted to get out. I haven't been out in a bit, and I really wanted to try these out. I actually got 2 pairs. I don't remember what the second pair's brand name is. One pair my wife got me for Christmas, and my parents actually bought me another one for Christmas. They both feel a little bit different as I tried them on kind of in the living room. The ones I'm using right now, or wearing I guess, are they're Outbound. Which I believe is a Canadian Tire brand. These are rated for a 300-pound person, as you know, I'm a pretty heavy man. Probably around the 320-ish, 330-ish mark. Hoping to get that down a little bit, but yeah, I just thought maybe I'd take you guys along for, you know, a quick half an hour jaunt on the trail. I do not remember what this trail is called. I will let you know at the end of the video. I'm kind of going down a little bit less traveled trail at the moment, one that I haven't gone down before here. I mean, I've only been here twice before, so, but the trails are pretty well marked. And, well, it's nice to get out. Oh, this is a lot more work than I thought it would be, but it's a lot of fun, actually. I think a lot of the work has to do with the motion that you do, because you don't do like the classic walk. You do kind of the start of a classic walk, but you stop kind of flat and you take longer strides. It works out, and I can certainly feel it in my back and in my thighs here. I imagine that if I kept doing this all day, I would feel it in my calves as well. Oh, like I said, I don't remember what the name of this trail is here, this group of trails, but it's actually a really nice one. I've spent a lot of time in the Wawanosh wetlands and walking through there. It's nice to get to a place that I haven't been a lot before. Got some tracks here. Lead off that way. I'm not sure if it's someone's dog or what. They kind of come from way out that way and cross the trail out that way. But it is a beautiful day so far. But I mean, I get really stressed out. My wife will attest to this. If I don't get out and spend some time out amongst trees, I'm sure it drives my wife nuts. But it's about -11 is what the car said coming in here, so it's a nice winter day. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like +4 and icy rain, so I really want to get out, as we've kind of had a weird winter. Haven't really had a lot of snow. This is the first substantial snowfall that we've had, and I wouldn't even call this substantial. I mean, about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, I don't remember exactly when, but I mean, we had snow drifts that were taller than me. And I mean, I live, you know, pretty close to the most southern place in Canada you can be. Not exactly the most southern place. I believe that is Windsor that has that, but I'm not too far from Windsor. For anyone who knows where the Wawanosh wetlands is, you'll know what city I live in. And I may have mentioned it before. Oh. Well, I'm about as far as I'm willing to go here, only because I have to turn around and make sure I get to work on time. I've been walking for about 15 minutes, so that gives me about a half an hour snowshoer or so. Again, it is beautiful out. Just for instance here, I'll just give you a little bit of a pan. I can hear some birds in the background a little bit. Snowshoeing really keeps you warm. I mean, if you want an activity in the winter that keeps you warm, go snowshoeing. Like I said, it's -11 out, not the coldest I've been. I wanted to go on Sunday, and I would have if I didn't want to also spend some time with my daughter, as she's only 3, and I really don't think that she's old enough to be out when it's -20, -30 in the wind chill. Plus it was really badly snowing. We had snow squalls. The main highway 402 was closed up in sections all the way until yesterday, as far as I know. I haven't checked on them today or not, but yeah. So something else I'm looking at doing in the future, I'd like to do some hot tenting. For any of you who don't know what a hot tent is, there's a couple different versions. They're usually kind of either like a wall tent, you know, kind of the classic house walls and peak roof, you know, the triangular roof. And sometimes, you know, you put like a wood stove in there, and that keeps it warm. Well, I've been looking around and searching for, you know, cheap ways to make one. Not cheap, but like inexpensive. But I've actually come across a company, and I've used one of their products before with my hammock. Their name is One Tiger. I have an underquilt for my hammock from them. And basically, for anyone who doesn't know, that is basically a sleeping bag type system that hangs underneath of the hammock, and it keeps the wind from blowing directly on you. So for anyone who sleeps in a hammock or even has a nap in one while it's relatively chilly out, it kind of keeps you nice and warm, so that you don't have that convection effect of the wind blowing all the heat out of you. Absolutely beautiful place. I haven't really been here with a whole lot of leaves on the trees. I didn't know about this place until late last year. I think it's beautiful out here, so I'll probably be coming here more often. It's a little bit less traveled than Wawanosh wetlands. However, getting off topic here again. So hot tent. Again, the One Tigress or One Tiger on Tiger or something of that nature, I'll have to look it up again, makes a 2-person hot tent. It doesn't come with a stove or anything, but it's not badly priced, It would cost about what it would cost for me to make one. And the Seek Outside stoves are not badly priced either if you're just gonna go for a small tent. I mean, the stove costs more than the tent itself, but I'm hoping to give that a shot either this year or later in the fall, depending on when I can get my own funds together to get one. As these people don't, my YouTube channel has like 7 subscribers. So let's face it, I'm not an influencer. These people are not going to be lining up to have me test their stuff. My understanding is that the hot tent I'm looking to get, it is a teepee style. So basically there's a pole that just goes straight up the center and then you stake it out. It's got a stove jack in it, so you add your stove. And that keeps you warm. I've almost kind of got my wife convinced to give it a shot. I usually end up giving her all the blankets if we camp in the cold. For anyone who knows, when my wife and I got married, we slept in a tent that night. It was 0 degrees Celsius, which is obviously not the coldest. It was late September, so it was super wet the day before. It got sunny again, and then it got super cold again at night. Like I said, the 0 degrees Celsius. And when you haven't adjusted to the cold yet, that's pretty cold. As I'm a bit, not really a veteran, but I've done winter camping. I was a scout for years. Started in Beavers, went up through Cubs and Scouts. Got my Chief Scout Award. I didn't go on to ventures or any of those, and I do regret that. I'm hoping to convince my daughter, when she gets, to be 5, to go into Beavers and Cubs and Scouts and experience this stuff. I'm hoping to maybe either be a volunteer or a leader. I did used to, when I was in high school, I was a leader in beavers. My beaver name was Malik. That's a wise owl. I don't know how wise I am for anyone who knows me. But I do have some knowledge. Not a lot. Maybe just enough to be dangerous. Maybe just enough to usually keep myself within the area that I know well. And by that I mean in my comfort zone out in the woods. I am looking to kind of push that a little bit, since I'm just kind of getting to the point in my life where I can spend some more time doing stuff like that. Like I said, I'm out here walking on a trail. It's absolutely beautiful out. And it's before I even go to work in the morning. Yeah, I can really feel my thighs burning at the moment. I'm actually almost sweaty. If I was out here and I was gonna stay out for a while, I might actually undo my coat a little bit so I don't get too sweaty. I'm not wearing like a super thick parka jacket. It's kind of a standard Walmart winter coat. It's nothing super special. It's not too thick, which is what I like. I don't like things to be super thick that I can't move in them. My camping gear tends to always be on the cheaper side, only because I'm not the richest man in the world and I have a family to take care of. I know there's a lot of guys out there that are using super awesome, like super expensive stuff, and there's YouTubers out there that make a living doing this. I don't know that I could. I love being out here, and I like taking you guys along for the, in this case, the walk or the snowshoe, but I used to absolutely love computers. And since my job now is working in computers and solving computer problems, it's not as much fun as it used to be. I mean, my wife's old laptop had a broken screen for like a year and a half. My daughter sat on it, and I just never got around to fixing it. So I fix computers all day long. I don't necessarily want to fix them when I get home. Every now and then I'll spend some time. I do have like a home server and such. But it's nothing crazy special. Just an old computer made out of old parts, recycled. The case was something that someone gave up. The motherboard was one that my friend was upgrading from. It's like 10 years old. But since all it does is store data, it doesn't really matter. Store pictures and videos. That's all I really store on it. I realize I've been talking this whole way. Probably boring everyone to death. Anyway, I'm almost back to the car here now. I've been recording for about 20 minutes here, and I'm sure I've been talking the entire time. I'll just be quiet the rest of the way to the car, and I'll put the name of the trail I was walking on in the description here. So this is actually the Perch Creek Habitat Management Area. The sign says working together for a better environment, and absolutely, the more outdoors people can experience without interrupting the environment, that's always going to be a better game, a better place to be. I certainly believe in that. Anyway, guys, you have a great day. It's been a nice day out for me, and I'm, yes, I know there's probably some snot in my mustache, but you guys have a great day. Just beautiful to be outside. Anyway, signing off. Max out.